Please tell me that's a port. That is a port. Cool. Yeah, it's easy to send in reinforcements. Hey, Tripoli. You have a job. No, this is dangerous. I need you in Tripoli. That is, after all, your whole purpose over there. I'm sure we can grab some troops from somewhere else. Like... Hold on. Oh, I forgot to assign you guys. You should be in the fast unit. And you require training too. Crap. Screwed that one up. And you are in your own unit. You're going to be holding over there. You will be fighting 2 militia units, but that gives us a little bit of time to send in the special forces, hopefully. Wilhelm of Albania overthrown. For many years we have ruled over Albania in an uneasy agreement with Germany to leave Wilhelm on the throne. Today the Albanian Zog has overthrown Wilhelm in a coup. How should we react to this mess? Crush him. Crush them all! Yeah, we are definitely going to be needing our troops elsewhere. So let's grab you, and you. New army. Under the command of... this guy. You are essentially going to be our marine commander. You're going to go from Izmir, because it's closer, and you're going to land in Tirana. You'll need to prepare that uprising. Cypriot uprising. As many expected, the declaration of independence from the Kurds was the start of a period of turmoil in the old Ottoman Empire, with cultures that had long been suppressed or integrated pushing for their independence. Now Cyprus joins the fray, having long been in a state of flux, if not chaos, settled by the Greeks, captured by many ancient empires, Assyrians, Egyptians, Persians, and the Romans, captured by the Arabic Caliphate, French Crusaders, Venetians, and finally the Ottomans, until 1878, before a short and finally reverted annexation by Britain. Today, as the Greek Cypriots take up arms to free their country, a new page opens in the history of this rich island. The Cypriots have seen much fighting. Today, they fight for their own country. There seem to be a lot more uprisings this time than there often are. You're attacking me and you're losing. That makes me very happy. So I am going to give you your own front, which is going to be to take that. And you might well be doing a counterattack here if you win this fight. Alright, fast units. Honestly, you have a go. Special forces, you also have a go. Take me back my territories. Alright, seriously, fast units. Please live up to your name and take this stuff back. Thank you. Mosul is unguarded. Go and take Mosul. That's the Kurds gone. Take all the states. End turn. Done. Right, that's the Kurds defeated. Kurdish uprising crushed! Our military has successfully taken control of all Kurdish national territory. Once again, their uprising was futile. Yes, because they didn't guard their capital. You kinda need to guard your capitals, guys. Alright, let's put the cavalry back in place over here. Let's grab the special forces and have you come over to here. And you can help in the Cypriot attack. Am I using camels? Of course I'm using camels. They're in my fast unit. It's these guys, these are the camel units. Though actually, speaking of them, you split out and get some training. And camel units, are they any good? 4 camels and a recon versus the regular cavalry, which is 6. Am I building support weapon items? I think I am. I am. I could probably do with more. I mean, we have no resources as part of the problem here. Except for oil. Apparently. We have lots of oil, who would have known? Improved infantry equipment. It's 38. We could get encryption. No, we can't. We haven't actually finished that yet. We have got all of these. We don't have the excavation, but I don't think we need to. We can't get the artillery yet. Oh, let's get the Curicao M1358 and 60mm FH Haven. Sure, why not? Oh, I see. Operation Attila was the name of the Turkish invasion of Cyprus in 1974. That is good knowledge. If you give a little bit of reform, this is what happens every time. I'm a Turk, and we love our great leaders, like Attila, Genghis, Timur. They're all fascinating leaders. Timur especially, actually. Wait, Genghis wasn't Turkish. It was Mongolia. Unless you're saying the Mongols were a Turkic faction, which is possibly true. Administrative reforms have been finished. Bulgaria has declared war on Serbia. Usually it's the other way around. Okay, so we can get the political interest now, or we can finish the bureaucratic reforms. I think we're going to finish the bureaucratic reforms and then do the political interests. Because I wonder if this is going to make these better. Ottoman bureaucracy is a place where hopes and dreams go to die. We cannot hope to rejuvenate the empire without fixing our corrupt and sluggish bureaucracy. And we're about to win the fight here, the Fourth Balkan War. This tension led to the formation of the Belgrade Pact. This alliance between the Balkan states now declared war on the Tsardom. No, they didn't. The Tsardom declared war on them. United Communes have declared war on integralist Brazil. No! Not the Empire! Yeah, you're going to get screwed. Integralist Brazil should be fine. Okay, are you ready for your assault? Not quite yet. Let's get our strength back here. And we'll have more than enough strength to take you. You're in the hills, which our mountain troops will be extremely effective against. Yeah, you don't stand a chance. Ineffective administration. It has been several months since we formally adopted the metric system and standard Ottoman script, but we are still receiving troubling reports of incompetent bureaucrats being completely unable to use the new standards of measurement, or dozens of nearly illiterate government officials have been discovered after they have proved incapable of deciphering the new form of official writing. It appears that the full implementation of these reforms will take more time than anticipated. Who hired all these useless officials? Who indeed? Who indeed? Alright, Poznik. Show me how it's done. Go and crush Cyprus. I just noticed we have desert uniforms. That's cool. 898. Grand battle plan. Marvellous. Let's continue that. Let's get prepared defence. Did I click on the right one? I have a feeling I didn't. More defence, more organisation for all infantry. And there we go. Cyprus has fallen. We'll take it all. Thank you very much. Right, militia forces. I'm going to have you join the garrison, I think. Then Poznik, you have done an excellent job. Let's have you come back over here with orders to take Mecca. And you have a go. Except you don't, because my navy's not at sea. Fenris, under the command of Hussein Rauf Pasha, I would like you to convoy escort and all three of those. Off we go. Transport should have left. They have indeed. We'll see if we take Tirana or not. They have one militia defending. Our ideology has grown due to his popular choices. One of our loyal ministers has managed to strengthen the ideology. Cypriot uprising crushed. Our military has successfully taken control of Cyprus. Once again, their uprising was futile. And we gain a core. Excellent. Cool. And this is the war with Albania, which I think is the last of the uprisings. That's happened so far. I mean, we haven't actually gone to war with the Axis yet. I'm amused by the fact they are defending here with just one person. South Rhodesia has declared war on the Republic of South Africa, and the Union of South Africa has declared war on the Republic of South Africa. Another three-way civil war. Bulgaria and Serbia have signed a white peace. For what? Interference in the courts. In former days, local administrators and military governors could freely interfere with legal proceedings, and sometimes even court decisions. Such interference, coupled with corruption, quickly gave rise to injustice and public discontent. And although our judicial reforms were aimed to prevent any such events from occurring again in the future, we're still receiving petitions from aggravated peasants detailing high-level interference in the courts of law. Political power -20. Will I directly annex Albania? Probably. There we go. Tripolitania declares independence. For many years we have ruled over Tripolitania, but today, with our country engaged in a lengthy conflict... Damn you, Albania! Tripolitania decided to use this opportunity to break from our dominance. How should we react to this? Declare war. Obviously. Hold on. Hold on. No, no, no. You're staying there. Your job is to take this. Although, I'm not actually going to tell you to do that. Cavalry guys, I have a fight in the desert for you to get involved in. It'll be fun. Go and get involved. Right, so long as we can hold the capital, then I think we'll be just fine. That fight is taking a while. And we have more factories. We have apparently gained another factory. Where do we want you? I think just more guns, honestly. Destroying the Cypriot fortifications, the Cypriot uprising was crushed by our invincible army. But in some parts of the territory, the forts remained. These are useless for us, but future rebels could use them against us. What should we do? Remove the 3 land forts in Cyprus. Land forts? And carve the Ottoman flag into the mountain while you're at it. Sounds like a plan to me. The fall of Denver. The Californian conscripts have been fighting long, difficult skirmishes with the federal government across the Rockies. Today, their efforts are crowned as they finally descended on the city of Denver after a large-scale assault across the South Platte River, Denver being the capital of Colorado and the main federal stronghold in the Great Plains. They clearly didn't send that one random cavalry unit back to defend Denver. That's all you need. One guy to completely screw up any plans that they may have had. Hopefully you're regaining organisation, though you don't seem to be. Why are you not regaining organisation? Hey guys, what the hell? Okay, now you are. Well, that was weird. Computing machine, research time. Excellent. What do we want next? It is still 38. We could do with Marines. And what I'm thinking of doing is adding Marine forces to my mountain units as well, and then mixing between the two, so they are truly special forces. Troops specialising in amphibious warfare are growing ever more indispensable. Alright, then once these guys have reached full strength, we'll break out and retake Tobruk. They're not sending any reinforcements over here, which is interesting. And all of you guys are attacking at once. You have a combat width of 80. Why? Should only be 40. It's a bit strange. Whatever. I'll accept it. It's fine. Oh, the other thing is I do actually have planes, which I'm not currently using. Let's remove those so I can remember to place them in the future. Okay, you guys. I think you are basically ready to go. Look, a panther! Thank you very much for the follow, I appreciate that. The Zuid-Afrikaanse Republiek took one state, South Rhodesia was annexed. That is the orange guys. It looks like the Dutch are going to win. The Dutch always win. And it's inevitable, really. The Dutch will win. And there we go. We have landed in Albania. Let's do this and say go. Albania has fallen. Take all states. End turn. Done. And we got guns. Hold on. Oh, fantastic. Sweet. Right, you, I think, can go and rejoin the Persians. The fate of Albania. After a short campaign across the Albanian countryside, Tirana finally capitulated, leaving us with control of the country. We must now decide what to do with it. We can liberate them. We can give it to Serbia and liberate the rest. And Albania, no. No. They've clearly shown that they cannot be trusted with independence and must therefore be seized. And there we go. We have finished the bureaucratic reforms. Which means we can start the political interests or expand the universe. No. Don't get distracted. The Ottoman constitution states the Ottoman Houses of Parliament will be opened by official ceremony every year, where the Sultan will deliver an imperial address. In the turbulent times we are facing, we need the guidance of Untitled more than ever. And we also have more factories. Ooh, wow. 3 more factories. Really? Albania is that industrialized? It is as well. Interesting. I think we're going to go with 1 more of each of those, and another of those. And wow, you have that many. You have a lot of shipyards. I am now running a real big deficit in terms of steel, but okay. They are launching a counterattack. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Oh, they sent volunteers. Apparently they did. Interesting. Albanian campaign is over. After the Albanians began to resist our benevolent rule, we began a campaign to put them back in their place. Now, Albania is back in our hands again. Ah. Integralist Brazil took 4 states. United Communes of Brazil was annexed. That is the Brazilian Civil War over. Panama declared war on the United Provinces of America. Like honestly, the Brazilian Civil War could do with being a little bit harder. You go and support them. Oi, attack. There you go. And you'll win that fight very, very soon. Boom. Okay, let's just start spreading you out. I mean, you have 1 cavalry over there who can do that. Let's just start you marching towards Tobruk. Although, honestly, you can go and take that. And, hold up. You can go and stop them. You move there, you go and attack them. That should be a surround or an overrun. Nowhere for you to run. Dead. Marvellous. Let's move you back here. Oh, we can move over to here. I didn't think we could. Oh, I see. This is the wasteland. Interesting. Let's have you do this. And this should mean that all of these forces are cut off with nowhere to run. Yeah. Excellent. I'm going to take that first and then Tobruk. So our fast cavalry forces here are doing a fantastic job, actually. Honestly, you guys aren't needed anymore. I think the cavalry's got this. I'll leave you here just in case. And then I might even send you to garrison the Cairo border. National focus completed. That was quick. His Majesty Sultan Abdülmecid II delivered an imperial address in the Ottoman House of Commons today, recalling the events of the last decade and outlining his great plans for the future. The brief and eloquent speech had a spectacular effect on the multitude of state officials who had gathered to hear the Sultan speak. The several minutes of applause that followed the oration could be heard across the Bosphorus. In his magnificent Nuti-i-Huymun, His Imperial Majesty had talked a great deal about many important subjects like democracy and the Parliament, yet nobody really knew what exactly was on the Sultan's mind. It is, however, a sign of great things to come. And we have finished all of the civilian factories, which is excellent. So, with that in mind, we could either improve the infrastructure in these places to industrialise very rapidly, which I think is what we're going to do, and then we can spread out and get the railway coming over to here for full supply. I think that's probably the best idea. We're up to 6 civilian factories building that stuff, which is good. You guys are ready to deploy. So I'm going to deploy you in Palestine, where you can then do that and cancel. You guys, new army, training. You guys are ready. You can join the fast attack. Over here. Just so I can separate you out and actually see the difference. Right, you are training. All of you guys are doing that thing. Good. National focus. So we can support the government, support the parliament, or dissolve it. We're not dissolving it. That's a terrible idea. We're supporting it, so we gain 150 political power for that. So this is really our political recovery comes from this. The Houses of Parliament give legitimacy to our rule and provide a valuable counsel in policy making. We must celebrate and strengthen our democratic tradition, for it constantly blows new life into the Ottoman Empire. We are now gaining political power 0.23. Mustafa Kemal Pasha dies. Mustafa Kemal, the hero of Gallipoli, died today. He wasn't just a capable general, but also an agent of reform in the conservative empire. At one point, he was even considered for the post of Grand Vizier. He was suspected Republican sympathies prevented the career move from general to politician. And that is unfortunate because he is by far the best commander that we have. Level 4, Field Marshal, Defensive, Offensive and Logistics Wizard. It's unfortunate. Let's reduce this line to this, because you are not needed over there. I'm getting a little bit concerned with how little defense we have here. Though you guys are not moving. You are attacking into me though, which could do with some support. Let's send in the infantry. Dissatisfaction in Hejaz. Increasing levels of Arab nationalism is spreading dissatisfaction amongst our subjects. The independent state of Hejaz is a constant symbol of freedom from control of Constantinople. How should we deal with these dissenting elements in the diverse empire? We can crack down on them. We can grant more autonomy to the local government, or we can ignore the problem and hope it goes away. That's not going to work. That's going to send us over 450. That doesn't matter, it's 500. Or grant more autonomy to the local government. I'm going to grant them more autonomy and kind of hope that they abuse that good nature. Wait, Kemal Pasha is Ataturk? Was he really? That I did not know. Interesting. Alright, cavalry unit. You need to move into here to stop them actually cutting me off, which would be bad. You can stop attacking. Right, you can support that attack. Ida Futur, more stuff. Good. Right. Let's attack you, and then attack into their corrupt bureaucracy. The notoriously widespread corruption of the Ottoman bureaucracy is a long-established phenomenon. Over the centuries, low wages and even lower moral standards in the Ottoman government officials resulted in the gradual acceptance and normalization of bribery as a means of income. Legitimized under terms such as the Hejje and Kays, corruption became so commonplace that several Ottoman sultans were recorded to have accepted bribes. Many efforts to curtail corruption were made over the centuries, none of them successful. Unfortunately, it seems our coordinated efforts to end bribery are about to meet the same fate. The reforms we instituted, which include new laws and severe penalties, are being casually disregarded in the old-headed bureaucrats, most of all whom are feeling quite secure in their entrenched positions in the government. Several reports we have received indicate that any action taken against these corrupt officials are quickly covered up by complicit superiors and high officials. It appears that eliminating corruption will not be an easy task. Who'd have thunk it? Oh, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. Interesting. That I did not know. That is very cool. Ah, are you the camel troops? No, those are the camel troops. Which come with recon units, so you can get better attacks, though you have less troops, so overall you are less strong. Let's launch an offensive against you, so we're pushing them in general. You can assist in getting that cut off, and then it's the cavalry all the way. Although we will have the infantry as backup, just in case. You guys are still training. We probably have enough, yeah, we have more than enough for further training. We don't have enough artillery to grant new units. I think we're just going to train another 10 regulars. And another 2 of those. Alright, the Ottoman army is growing. Oh, for goodness sake, it's happened again. It's growing really quite nicely. Why does that keep happening? I must be hitting just like a certain part of my screen which pushes it over to the other monitor. And because I have the monitors locked, it then can't come back again. It's weird. We're about halfway. Okay, the attack is going nicely now. We can say, however, that I don't need you guys any closer. You guys can just do that. Are we taking attrition? Yes, we are. Yeah. Well, we are fighting a war in North Africa. It's not exactly the most hospitable place ever. So actually North Africa is surprisingly fertile. Like, that's part of the reason that Carthage over here was so rich. It's because it's a very fertile plain. You can support their attacks. Yeah, having infantry support for the cavalry is important. So that would kind of suggest that I need to expand the strength of my cavalry units. What would it cost to turn all of you guys into this? Oh, you're not going to tell me. I can, however, see it here. So if I were to turn you into that, we can make 3 units upgraded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit you. I'm going to add more cavalry. We have the power for this. We're going to go up to a 20 combat width. Are we? We are. I mean, I'll be replacing this with tanks eventually, is the idea. I mean, I don't want these units to be too heavy because they will be crossing desert. We'll make them 10 combat width. And then... Ah, it does say here. Okay. This upgrade will require 30 of the 33 available. Adds a bunch of artillery. We'll gain manpower and infantry equipment because they're actually not as strong. No, hang on. How strong are these guys? They're combat with 12. I kind of prefer you to be 10s, to be honest, because then we can add more cavalry without loss. So yeah, you 3 are going to become the upgraded elites, like so. What is the point of the Kaiserreich mod? There you go. Master Matt answering all the questions. Thank you. Appreciate that. Allowing me to focus on the important matters at hand, like restoring the Ottoman Empire. It is January 39, which means we have access to more industrial stuff, including Construction 3. Love that line. Marvellous. Ignatius Sinius, the Red Flood. Is he trying to make that universe look as bad as possible? Probably. We've lost 10k, they've lost 24. That is acceptable. Right. I feel a cutoff coming in here. You go and block them. You go into here and hit that. And hold on. Ah! Didn't think you were still moving. See if we can get a cut off there as well. Probably is the answer. Oh, you're attacking me. That's annoying. Support the Parliament is complete. Right, new constitution. Solid constitution, which grants consumer goods factories -5% and daily political power +20%. Ottoman Constitution of 1876, translated directly from the French Constitution and announced under foreign pressure, is a product of a bygone era. Let us write it anew and face the challenges of this century. That did say something about it. Hang on. Strength of new constitution will depend on the compromise reached between the monarch and the Parliament. And this is where I'm going to save it, because there's a couple of things I'm not entirely clear about. Has anyone tried the Road to 56 mod? I've heard that come up a couple of times, but I don't know anything about it. Like, what's so special about it? Yeah, unfortunately we didn't get the cutoff there. Which is most unfortunate. Nope, still didn't. Block him. Oh, you're attacking me. Cheeky bastard. Oh, I see. The infantryman is the one who's trying to do the cutoff here. You go and attack him. You guys stop that attack. And you come through the centre and get that cutoff. Oh yeah! And then you do that cutoff. attack into... What? Why'd you... Oh! Actually, you keep going for Benghazi. Honestly, you keep going for that. I don't see this being a problem. Except for the fact that... Oh, why are you guys... Oh, line's extended again. For goodness sake. In fact, no, it hasn't extended. It's added. Bah, humbug. Wasn't supposed to happen. You go the... Yeah, you do that. You do that. You two are assigned to that line. I was wondering, I was like, I'm sure I'm supposed to have more cavalry than this. And yeah, I was right. I am supposed to have more than that. But we decided to get an extra border with the French for some reason. Right. No, this should be fine. Sublime Committee for Constitution. Our illustrious Sultan Abdulmecid II announced today his welcoming support of a new constitution that would seek to address the issues of the new century. Under his benevolent guidance, a Sublime Committee for the Constitution is to be formed of law experts and members of the major political parties.